This Korean trend caught my attention right away. Once I saw it on Instagram on some Korean bloggers' feed, I was like, wow, these Aurora nails are really cool. It looks something like a moonstone. But then I started searching, looking closer to these pictures, looking into some tutorials, and realized that if you want to recreate this exact design that they're doing on their nails, the application of the gel should be extremely thick. And I didn't really want it, so I thought, what if we make longer nails where we can afford applying more product on the top? Let's see if it works. First challenge was to find the right foil. It needs to be a transparent one, because if it's not see-through, you will get a different look. Well, I experimented with different colors, but I figured out that the one that is transparent is definitely the best. This is the amount of the new foil that I ordered just to get this look. I already had pretty much, but I still bought more because I thought that this must be one of the secrets to use the right foil. And my conclusion is not really. You just have to be transparent and that's it. Anyways, this is the look that I was aiming, and we need to cut it into stripes, get a really nice, sharp, clean and straight blades scissors. This was one of the most important things. Then I put them in a C-curve tools. You can also use a regular straws, and I put them into hot water because normally this foil is flat and the nails, they're not flat, so we want to get this a little curve so they will perfectly take the shape of the nail. But the problem was, even with a curved foil, whenever you apply it on the nail, it still gets wrinkles. So I applied base coat on top and cured them together, so the foil will hold this flat shape, and this is how I was going to install it on the nail. This is the nail of my client. I built the gel nail already, and then I add more gel on top and apply foil. I didn't apply it on the entire nail. As you can see, we have a little gap near the cuticle and near the free edge. This was the only way to achieve the look that I was striving for, so it was all good with the pinky. But with the next ring finger, it never really worked. As you can see, it's still folding, and I tried this one without gel on top, because once you apply the gel, it's very flat and you cannot really take the curve of the nail. So I thought, oh well, I'll just add more gel underneath to build some kind of the platform, because the idea of this design is to have this straight, beautiful look of the foil. Anyways, it never really worked, and I realized that the problem was that this particular client, her nails naturally have a very deep curve. And also we did almond shape, which requires to do a little curve on top as well. The solution that I saw was whether to cut the foil even shorter, but that way it's going to cover only half of the nail, or to apply more product underneath to have this flat platform and then seal it on the top, which I also didn't like the idea, because that way I will have to apply too much product. This is me sealing the pinky, and this was the only nail that worked on the client, so I dropped this idea at that point, and then I just covered them all with the color. Then I decided to try it again. Just so you know, in between these attempts, I also had at least 10 more on the tips, and on the tips they usually work very good because tips are perfect, right? They have this beautiful symmetrical shape, they're perfectly straight, and there are just no problems. This time I'm going to try it on myself. I did some prep, applied dehydrator and non-acid primer, and then I apply base coat and cure it. My thumb is probably the least curved nail out of my 10 nails, so I decided to go with that one. First, I'm going to build the extension, the tip of the nail, with a clear gel, and I will try to make it as thin and as flat as possible, so we will have this flat platform to apply the foil. For me personally, one of the biggest challenges were also to cut the stripes evenly and to have this nice curve on the top and on the bottom, which, like I said, will be a struggle if you do not have a sharp scissors. Then I apply gel only in the center of the nail, and I'm going to install the stripe of the foil. So I'm trying it like it is, just the foil, because it's very thin and I mean my nail is rather flat at this point. I'm adding more gel underneath, but it's still not working. I can still see some folds and I really don't want it. So I added base coat again, cured it together, and now I'm installing foil with the base coat, and finally it's holding its shape, and I can see that this foil is flat without a single fold, and that's exactly what I wanted. I cured it for 30 seconds in LED, and then we need to seal it with gel. And this is the moment when you can actually see this beautiful moonstone look. Once you start encapsulating the foil with the gel, it works like some kind of lens, and this is how I achieved this beautiful moonstone look. After curing, I take off the sticky layer, and at this point we just treat it like a regular gel nail. We need to file and shape it. And I think I even like this look when it's matte, right? We can see this foil and at some angle it fully disappears. But we also need to add some chrome powder. So I apply the top coat, cure it for 10 seconds only, and then using my own finger with a glove, I add this chrome powder. And you will also get a different look depending on the color of a chrome powder. I didn't really like the first one that I tried because I think it didn't match very well with the color of the foil. It was a little bluish and pink, so I decided to go with this one, which is more like green and blue. Then I seal it with the top coat, and before sealing the chrome powder you may also use a non-acid primer on the free edge. I decided to add this decoration near the cuticle, and we're done. After almost 12 attempts, finally, here it is, my Aurora nail. It was much harder than I thought, because come on, we just take this broken glass foil, we just put it on the nail, and then we encapsulate it with clear gel. I mean, there's nothing hard in that, right? But it's actually quite challenging because you're supposed to put this foil really smooth, like it's not supposed to fold somewhere, so it was tricky. This is the result. Let me guys know what do you think, and have you tried this trend? Maybe you have some special tricks and secrets that I have no idea yet. Please share them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye!